Well, if you are going to be grilling, you're going to want a refreshing, cool side dish to go with those steaks. That's where Holly and AJ come in with a veggie rice dish in this month's edition of Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen.
Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen is brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, ask before you eat, and by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, Rice, a world of great ideas, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Hey there, folks. Welcome to Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen. I'm AJ Sabine along with Holly Clegg. And Holly, it's summer, it's hot outside, and you've got a great vegetarian dish for us today.
I do. Veggie paella. We're going to take advantage of all the wonderful summer ingredients.
Good. I can't wait. What do we got going on?
Well, let's go to the stove and start cooking.
Come with us, folks.
Yeah, come. Okay, we're going to start. Just heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
And then really, this is just tossing in some ingredients. We have red bell peppers. And you know how I am. If red bell peppers are a little pricey, use whatever, but there's a lot of vitamin C in it. Onions, here you go. Master Chef, you could sort of stir it.
Thank you.
Get it going. We're going to saute it. And then
what is the level of heat on here, Holly?
we're going to do about a medium heat, and then mushrooms. And then if you'll help me get this little bit of garlic out, about a teaspoon. You have to have garlic in everything. And if you have a garden, you could already start, raiding your garden. What we're going to do is saute this for about 5 minutes till it gets tender, but it's actually going to cook with the rice. And what I love about this recipe, it's a one-pot dish. You don't have to dirty up a bunch of dishes. So what we'll pretend like this is sauteed, and then we're just going to add rice and water, and you're going to follow the directions on your package of rice.
Okay, and what kind of rice is this?
This is yellow rice. And you really could use brown rice, white rice, but I like the color of yellow rice. So we're going to do yellow. Stir it up.
Now, the yellow rice is yellow because of the saffron, right?
Yes, and of course, most importantly, we're using Louisiana rice. That's the catch of this whole dish, really. Besides summer fresh ingredients, you have great Louisiana products like Louisiana rice.
And Holly, did you know that Louisiana rice, the industry, contributes more than $318 million to Louisiana's economy?
No, I didn't. That's really amazing. It really is. Okay, this is done. We're just going to let it, put a lid on it, lower your heat, and let it cook for about 25 minutes till your rice is done. Now, this is how it looks when it's finished.
Yummy.
So now we're going to go put our finishing touch on it, which really turns it into, a paella is a mixture of ingredients, usually seafood, with a base of rice. And so we've used the yellow Louisiana rice, but like I said, any kind. And then we're just going to add our ingredients. So why don't you help me?
Yummy.
This is black beans, and if you've been watching me, you always rinse and drain your beans because
It gets rid of the salt.
Right, reduces the sodium.
Exactly.
So that's very important.
So that's frijoles negros?
Yes, exactly. And then these are just frozen peas.
Okay.
And then if you have some homegrown tomatoes, go and toss them in.
Creole tomatoes are in season right now, particularly in the summer.
Perfect. Nothing's like fresh tomatoes. And that's why we're not cooking the tomatoes. We're leaving them fresh. And then we have a little paprika.
Is this the smoked paprika?
You can use whatever. My philosophy, whatever you have in your pantry, toss it in.
Absolutely. We'll put that in.
Okay, and then basil.
Basil?
And go in and get your dried basil, because I always recommend using dry basil because everybody has it, but in the summer, I could even grow basil. Basil and mint are about all I can grow.
And folks out there at home, basil is so easy to grow. It grows like a weed. And so if you just put it, you can basically put it in basically a cup and it will grow.
Absolutely. But if you want to use fresh basil, you always want to remember it's 3 to 1. So like a tablespoon of fresh basil to 1 teaspoon of dried. Go on and add.
Put that in.
And this is it. You just stir it up and mix it, and you can see the great flavors, the great colors, and it really just is a showpiece for your summer ingredients.
And folks at home, remember what Holly always says, cook with color. And when we come back, we've got a beautiful berry tiramisu that will complement this paella. Stick around.
And also very easy.
We are back, folks. Thank you so much for sticking around here in Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen. And Holly, you've got a delicious dessert to go with this paella.
I know he likes something sweet, so we're going to finish it off with a berry tiramisu, which is actually from my diabetic cookbook.
Yummy.
So simple again, easy ingredients, and again, we're highlighting our fresh Louisiana berries, which is always nice. Okay, we have just a ladyfinger, and then this is just a mixture of like raspberry preserves and a little orange juice. And this is a mixture of like a cream cheese, a little orange rind, a little Cool Whip in there. And then we're going to do our berries. And we'll just do this. top it with some berries, and we'll put a lot. And you could layer this, I'm just doing it like this, and then with a little dollop of whipped cream. And voila, that's it. This is berry tiramisu, which is very light, refreshing. You can make it ahead of time because it all soaks together.
Now, Holly, if you're folks at home who may not know where they could find ladyfingers, where can you get a pastry?
Good question. Usually they're in the frozen section of the grocery because they are sort of difficult to find. But in the frozen section, usually you could ask. Now, we have this for dessert. You want to take a bite of that?
Yes. Yes. Folks, this is one reason why I have the best job in the world. I get to stand next to a beautiful woman and have a beautiful, colorful dessert.
He likes it because I cook. That's it. And then while you're taking a bite of that, I want you to look at our wonderful veggie paella, which has the base of Louisiana rice. You know, you could use Louisiana rice, cooked rice, white, yellow, or whatever, as any base to whatever you want to put. And we've chosen all these wonderful fresh veggies, but you could add whatever. So this could be served as a vegetarian entree or even as a great side. And it's really colorful for this time of year and so tasty.
Can I tell you how wonderful this dessert is? The strawberries bring sort of a citrus essence, and then the raspberry give you a nice little spice. It's so light and decadent.
And what's important with all these recipes, they all have your nutritional information and your diabetic exchanges.
Absolutely.
And of course,
wonderful.
my Gulf Coast Favorites book highlights our great Louisiana food and recipes, and the veggie paella is from there as well.
And folks at home, if you'd like some more information about Louisiana rice or any of Holly's recipes, you can always log on to our website at twilighttv.org.
Or you can go to my website, which is hollyclegg.com. And you want to sign up for my monthly menu newsletter. It's going to be great each month with new recipes and tips and always about our Louisiana products.
Folks, that's all we have from here. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen was brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, Ask Before You Eat, and by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, Rice, a world of great ideas, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.